This is Mike Baca with UCN Live. I'm here with Gerald Washington, quite possibly the biggest human being I've ever seen in my life. He's a heavyweight. He fights this weekend on the undercard of Leo Santa Cruz, Kiko Martinez. Gerald, Oscar Rivas, your opponent, Colombian import from Canada. What do you know about him?
I just know he has a extensive amateur background. I know he's come a long way. He's a big, strong guy. He likes to knock out. He likes to the big punches, and he goes for it. But I'm well prepared for a fight like that. I'm well prepared for the pressure. My trainer John Pullman and I, we've been working ever since my last fight against Amir Mansour. We took everything wrong that we did in that fight, and we went back to the gym and worked on it. If you check out that fight, I'm a very defensive fighter, but I was able to apply my offense. I just need to do more of that and imposing my will, and then I'm sure I get this guy out of there.
Yeah, speaking of that fight, it was a close draw. It could have gone either way. But what was the biggest takeaway from that fight? What was the best learning experience from that fight?
Well, to me, it wasn't a close fight because he wasn't able to land any punches. I was able to land all the punches. I landed all the clean shots. I caused all the damage. I feel the judges gave him points for the energy and for him coming forward. Even though he wasn't landing the punches, it's just the energy that he exerted and the will and the determination that he showed. And that's what I had to take. I needed to stop that in his tracks and push him back, and I would have got the victory.
Now, you obviously have a huge size advantage over most heavyweights. The jab, is that going to be the key component to victory this weekend?
Always, the jab is the key for everything. Like they say, it opens up all the other shots. You can keep your opponent off balance. You can keep them at bay. You can use it to hammer them. You can use it just to set up the other shots. So it's definitely my major tool and my favorite punch to use.
You're still kind of a raw fighter at 33 years of age. You had a late start to your career. You served in the U.S. Navy. Did you fix helicopters in the Navy?
Yes, I worked on CH-46s in the 60s while I was in the service. I was stationed in San Diego, and it was a great honor to serve my country.
Was there any amateur program in the Navy?
It was, but I didn't find out about the amateur boxing program until my last year. I was getting ready to get out, and I was already in line to go to junior college and play football. So I just went on with my thing, and I wanted to do that, and I pursued football, and I ended up going to college and getting a degree.
Yeah, obviously that parlays into my next question. Playing at USC, you're a tight end, defensive end, quite the athlete. But my question for you is, through all your time playing football, and you had a short stint in the NFL as well, was there an athlete out there that you think would have been an incredible heavyweight boxer?
I always look at I always say like LeBron James, and I look at his vertical, the way he can jump vertically, and I just can imagine somebody, instead of putting that force up in the air to push it, to jab somebody, boom, and push that force with all that strength and push it forward into somebody's face with a jab or something. And he's big and long and so athletic. I think he would have been a great boxer. Just as we do, all across the NFL and NBA, we have tremendous athletes, but like they say, they all go to those sports now. Boxing is a rough sport that a lot of guys don't want to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. My last question for you. Did you call up Al Heyman and ask for that Charles Martin fight?
I didn't call and ask for Charles Martin. I'm very proud that Charles Martin is a good friend of mine. I came up with him and Dominic Brazil, but the more and more fights that I get, and the closer I get to the title shot, whoever it is, it can only be one. Whether it's Deontay Wilder, Charles Martin, or Tyson Fury, whoever is holding the belts at that time. When my time comes, and it's time for me to step across the ring from whoever, it doesn't matter who it's going to be.
Right on. Well, good luck this weekend. For Gerald Washington, this is Mike Baca. This is UCN Live.